EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Tennessee Titans. It's the first weekend of autumn and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. To speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Falcons, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big gain there on 3rd and long. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give to Henry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try the jet sweep. Stafford pops it forward.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Open receiver here. Complete. It's Parker. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Evans. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Henry will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Throwing to start the drive. Ryan. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Ryan. He completes this to Russell Gage. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he's taken down inside the 30. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Taylor. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Ryan to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Running from the gun with Henry. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. First chance for the backup here to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dorrance Armstrong drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now it's Ryan. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A shotgun handoff to Henry. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st down, Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. On the handoff, Taylor. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Hunter Bryant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons push further out in front. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hightower. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Eluding the pressure right. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Mike Vrabel saw him on the sideline. He didn't even hesitate. They will go for it on 4th. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Ryan, he'll drop this down to Taylor. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. He's got his tight end pitch complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Ryan. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this 1st half as the kick is away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll start with a give to Taylor. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run with Taylor. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
2nd and 5 now. Ryan, he'll get this off to Taylor. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now Ryan on 1st down. Flushed out right. Ryan avoiding the hit at the end as he'll slide down with a 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
They'll get this out wide to Taylor. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Ryan, a little pop pass, jet sweep. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Running from the gun, Johnson. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Right there, 54.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Taylor hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's Ryan going to fire the... Olamide Zaccheaus from 4 yards out. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Graham. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Back to throw here. He's going deep for Brown. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives. That end up in points. It's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. On second down, it's Taylor. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 112 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Johnson. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Falcons are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Crew able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They run it again with Williams. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They try the left side here with Williams. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Again, it's Williams. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Schultz. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Dancing to it, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. And they take a knee. And they will take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee. Here's J.K. Scott now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Atlanta, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.